Go on, Eric. Go on, son.
Oh,
I do
blow your
feel...
own trumpet,
Shut
yeah?
up. I do feel as though he has been horrifically treated by the press.
You'd say that about...
Right, I haven't finished yet. Now, this is a fact you can't argue with, okay?
Here we go.
Since
You've been banding this stat out for so long. Oh, sorry.
Since he has joined Manchester United, right, he has won 64 games as Manchester United manager. In the same time, Jurgen Klopp has won 63. Now, I'm not saying he's a better manager than Jurgen Klopp, because currently he's not. But all I'm saying is his record's not bad, and he's getting absolutely slaughtered. And I'll tell you why he's getting slaughtered. It's not because United lose games, it's because we get tonked in the games that we lose. That's why.
Yeah, capitulation.
Well, you don't need to use that word. But United are miles off at the moment. He'll tell you that. I can tell you that. As a sort of backhanded compliment, because we're a massive club. It should be where you are. Should be where Liverpool
Just
are.
funny
But he does get very harshly treated by the media.
Potentially, but when he talks about, like, he's been successful everywhere, like, and he talks about obviously the Eredivisie, right, where he won
What the league?
Eredivisie,
Yeah.
where he won the league title with Ajax 3 times.
Go on, son.
He won the cup, I think, twice.
There you go.
And then the Johan Cruyff Shield.
Great shield.
Right?
Love that shield.
But we don't really put stock in certainly when they come to this country.
You will with Arne Slot when he comes over.
But this is my point, right? Is that when we look at managers who've been to PSG, for instance, people go, well, it's only the French league.
That's right.
So,
do you think it's the reverse effect?
What
Do you think if a manager wins the Premier League and goes over to Paris?
No, because people are now.
Do you think they go, it's only the Premier League?
No, they're now tough it is. But they might do that.
Okay.
But listen, I think he's done a decent job. I mean, I do think getting to cup finals sometimes paves over the crack, because I don't think by winning cups that shows you a sign of progression. Because if you're finishing,
does, Benny.
No, it doesn't. If you're finishing 7th,
awful depleted squad.
No, but everyone's got depleted squads.
Yes.
So stop saying that.
But we've got better players that aren't playing because they're not there.
No, but at some stage, other clubs have had starting 11s out. Starting 11s.
No one's had a starting 11 out.
Newcastle.
No, that's not. We went through this, and a couple of them were fringe players.
How much you want to bet they had a whole starting 11 out?
They didn't.
They did.
They didn't.
Okay, I bet you.
Find it.
At one point, they didn't have Callum Wilson or Isaac.
No. Go on, carry on.
So I think that.
Yeah, but they.
No, you should carry on. So, so one of them.
I did say that.
I think he's done okay, but I do think when you get to cup finals, and you take nothing away from that. It's all about winning.
3 cup finals in 2 years.
Right.
That's unbelievable.
You can't take anything away from that, right?
Okay.
But I think over a 38-game stretch of a season, I think if you're finishing 7th and not mid-table.
Well, last year we finished top 4.
Okay, fair enough. But I think finishing 7th, that's not a sign of progression, because
No, it's not.
You're 4th last year.
Yep,
You're
I
7th
agree.
this year.
I agree.
That's not good enough.
No, I agree with you.
So I wouldn't say he's done terrible, because he hasn't. But I think when you look at one thing, I'd label him and I'd go, was his recruitment. When you look at some of the players he's brought in,
I agree.
I think that's where you go,
I agree with that.
Really?
Yeah.
But
I don't think Casemiro's was his. I think Anthony's was his.
yeah, that's where you go, really. And I think Onana was his as well.
Yes, it was.
Right. So I think.
But Onana now.
He looks okay, but he still doesn't look like one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
No, he doesn't.
But again, if you're winning cups, I get that, but I don't think that's a sign of progression, just winning cups, because I think your league form, domestic form, because we've seen some clubs get to finals, win cup competitions, bit luck of the draw. But 38 games in a Premier League season, that tells you where you are in terms of progression.
Do you think he'll be there next season? Do you think fans want him there next season?
I think it's torn.
Yeah.
Right. And also as well, who'd you bring in?
Well, this is the problem.
That's the huge problem.
Unless you're going to bring in an absolute big head, like a Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the problem. Everyone's scratching their heads for a new manager. Yeah. But I think you'll get mixed reviews from Manchester United fans. You get some that will say give him time, which is fair. I think fair enough. Mm-hmm. But you'll get some that go, no, I've seen enough. Get out.
This game tonight against Sheffield United, right?
I can only see one winner.
Right. Now, all jokes aside, and I know. Well, at least it was not a draw. All jokes aside, last night I said that you will beat Chelsea. Cole Palmer's not playing by, I think 4-0 and it was 5-0. Mm-hmm. Why am I not that confident against the team that's bottom of the Premier League that's only won 3 games all season and got beaten 23 times? I should be sat here saying we will score at least 5. Why am I not? And do you think I'm right to think that?
Yeah, I mean, I still think you'll beat Manchester Sheffield United.
Well, of course we should, right?
Yeah.
If I'm coming in here tomorrow,
you say that.
If I'm coming in here tomorrow and we haven't beaten them, so a draw, right? I don't know what I'll do.
Okay, you say that, right? But Sheffield United are a Premier League in name only at the minute, but they're going to go down. We think, right? 70 minutes, you're 3-0 against Coventry, who are a Championship side. and you draw 3-3.
It's a great point. But that is, yes, I have no defence. The only thing I'll say is FA Cup semi-final Wembley.
No, but still.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So, no, I still think Manchester United will win this game, but I think the reason why is because Manchester United are so inconsistent. I mean, you beat Coventry 4-2, 4-3 on penalties, right?
Smashed them.
But then you draw 2-2 with Bournemouth. You get a good point.
Hold on. By the way, that Bournemouth game was so lucky to get a point.
You get a good point against Liverpool, but then get beat by Chelsea in the last couple of minutes. I think
and we were 3-2 up in that game.
Exactly. I think you're just so inconsistent that it's week to week. It's a bit like not as bad as Chelsea, but it's just week to week. What are you going to get?
Well, you say that. You say, how about this for a little stat?
You'd have a stat.
Man United have lost 12 games this season. Chelsea lost 11.
Yeah, and Chelsea are only 3 points behind you.
You don't need to say that.
And we've said how horrific they've been. Right?
They have been horrific. But we've lost more than Chelsea this season.
And you know what the problem is as well? Is that not only have you been inconsistent...
Why are you saying this with a smile on your face? You're so vile.
No, I'm not. Not only have you said...
Look at your smile.
No, you're making me smile.
Honestly, you're so...
But not only have you been inconsistent in terms of a team, individuals, that's been your problem. But because you've got good players, and that's one thing you can never say, Manchester United have got good players.
Tell me about the good players. Bruno?
Yep. Rashford, listen, they're all good players in their own right, but we haven't seen it often enough. Like Bruno's stats usually are up there with the best of them. He's calling falling off. Your boy,
Rashford, I know.
Oh, and fair play to you. You defend that guy to your. If ever he listened to the show, he would absolutely hate me and absolutely love you.
Yeah.
Because you defend him to your blue face.
Because I believe in him. I still think I don't think you could turn bad overnight. I think he's an unbelievable talent.
Right. So, but he has been inconsistent this season.
Yeah, but they all have, right?
Højlund had a slow start, absolutely exploded. Slow, gone back to that slow again.
Garnacho?
I think he's been probably one of your best.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So I think
back four.
Oh no, your best player's been Mainu.
Yeah.
He's been consistent. He's done well, but he at some point he's gonna have a dip.
Would you make him Maguire?
Again, it's one of those
great header though.
Yeah, but he's not there to. He's there to defend. And at the end, when he was getting ragged around by them Coventry centre forwards, and Ellis Sims was throwing him on his back.
Okay.
I do think you've got a big summer coming up. Huge summer.
I think so. But you know what? I've only ever seen it done once, where loads go and loads come in. That's Chelsea. It's very rare 7 or 8 players leave a club
and then they come in.
Yeah.
But what should be? I know what you're going to say. And the company line is Manchester United. Every single start of every season should be to win the league. I get that.
Yeah.
But realistically, next season, what should the aim be?
It's got to be top 4, right? It's got to be top 4.
And that's it.
Well, no, I want to win the Premier League.
Yeah, but come on, realistic.
It's got to be top 4. We've got to start progressing. I'm not stupid. I don't expect us to win the Premier League in the next 5 years.
Another question.
Yeah.
For you and
do you know I'm answering them though?
Yeah. You and other Manchester United fans.
Yes.
So you're currently 7th.
Yes. Although win tonight and we go 6th.
Right. Would you rather finish 7th?
Oh, what you come up with? Would you rather?
Or 8th? Now remember. No, listen.
Well, we've got a bet.
Look, for you, 8th is.
Well, we've got a bet.
£500.
Yeah.
But also 8th is
Europa Conference.
Yes.
I don't want to give you any money to 7th.
So you play in the Conference League?
Yeah, I don't care about that. I just don't want to give you £500.
But what do you think fans will win? Do you think they want Europa Conference League?
No way. I think it's much better for Man United if we are rebuilding to only play once a week.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that competition.
Not Manchester United Football Club.
No, I agree with you. It's quite embarrassing for the league.
It is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you had Barcelona or Real Madrid in that competition, you go like, what?
What, yeah.
You really would. Excuse me. So United fans, lots of questions there. Do you want Europa Conference?
League. Make sure you don't remember the league.
Yeah, the league. Do you want Erik Ten Hag? What's going to happen tonight? Yeah, I do. I really believe in him. I really do. And I didn't with Solskjaer, right? I didn't really back Solskjaer, but I do with this man. I think he's got it. And what's going to happen tonight, realistically? And also, does Erik Ten Hag get harshly treated by the media? People like you, Darren Bent. We're talking about Man United. 03717223324. Gary's up next. Hi, Gaz.
How you doing, Andy? Bentley, you right?
How you doing, boss? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Just about 2 miles from the ground, driven up. Took me 3 hours to get here.
From where? Where from?
From Leamington Spa. So all my local train station was full of Coventry fans for the game. So, yeah, we all went down on a coach and all my mates are giving me grief during the game. But thank God we pulled it back.
Hi, Gary. Beautiful area, that, Leamington Spa. Oof.
Well, we just recently we had Brian McClare and Andy Cole do a talk in Leamington, and they were the funniest people, honestly. I don't know if you've ever met them, Benty, but two absolute legends.
Oh, that's nice. Go on, Gary, what you phoned up to say?
It was just a quick one for both of you. I was just going to say, when I was at the game on Sunday, and just recently speaking to fans, we think sort of the spirit of the team's sort of broken, and I don't think it's necessarily Ten Hag's fault, but I think, do you remember every manager we've had where it gets to a stage where the spirit breaks? I think it might be time for him to go just because of the players have stopped running. Rashford doesn't look like he wants it. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts because obviously one of you is an ex-pro and one of you's watched it for years. I just worried that the spirit's gone. And if it's gone, I think it might need, even if it's a sideways move of the manager, I just think that it might need a bit of a change because it's hard to watch when you're going week in, week out and they're not even running, which is just a disgrace.
Benty?
Well, listen, it's one of those where you look at the spirit of a club and clearly, I won't say there's a divide, but they're not working for each other. Like they're almost, when they go and press, they're pressing individually. There's no kind of... And that's why I've said when Manchester United win games ultimately at the minute, it's because they've got good players. So someone from somewhere will produce maybe a bit of magic or something.
Yeah.
But at the minute, I don't think Man United can kind of grind out a 1-0 where everyone digs in together and they can win a game. It's like, all right, we've not been very good today, but we've got individuals at any given moment. Like Bruno might hit one from 20 yards or Rashford might beat somebody. It's a bit of a problem to have that.
What do you think the score will be tonight?
2-0. I don't think it'll be easy, but 2-0.
Okay. It's mad. Peter joins us. Hi, Peter.
Hi guys. I agree with you, Andy, about Ten Hag. I think you should be kept for at least another 2-3 years.
Yeah. Why?
Because I think he's got the right notions. He just needs the correct players. And you know what? Some of the players like Rashford, he just needs an arm around him. He's tried it before, and I believe it'll just take a bit more time for him to sort of come along. And my belief is that Ten Hag should be there for a long time.
Do you expect loads of players to go out in the summer?
I'd like to see a few of them go out, especially Anthony, but keep hold of the core of them, especially Maguire. I think Maguire should stay as well, personally.
Peter, you know when you talk about Rashford, I mean, and you said that you believe he'll come good. I mean, he's 26 now, so he's no longer a kid. Like, what are you expecting from him? Because last season, oh my goodness, he was electric. This season he hasn't been. I mean, what are you expecting from him?
So I'm expecting something from him, what he used to do for England and what he did for Man U a couple of years ago. I think it's a mental thing for Rashford, personally. There's something going on in his personal life. He knows that, and probably the rest of the team know that. It's exactly what Andy says. He's class. So he just needs that. He just needs a bit more time, personally. He's only young. He's 26. You know what I mean?
Peter, thanks for your call. Good work. Let's go to Adam, also a United fan. Ad, hello.
What's happening, DB, Goldstein? How are we, boys?
I'm good, man. You?
Are you all right? You well?
Not too bad. Just on the M6.
What one do you go on? Where you got to pay or not?
No, well, you're not got to pay. I'm already paying to watch a rubbish team. What else am I going to pay for?
Oh, no, get me on that toll.
Yeah, me too. How much is that now? Is that £6?
£8, isn't it?
Is it 8?
I think it's £8, yeah.
£8, I think.
God, that's nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good road, though.
And you know what? It's a good road, right? But it only takes you so far, really. And then...
I know, it's a good road, though. At night, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It's all right.
Go on then, Ad. What do you want to say?
You know what? I'm going back to your 3 questions. I think you said, where would we want to finish? If I'm being honest, if we're going to have a rebuild, we need to finish 8th. I'd rather have a rebuild with being able to focus just on the league, without actually playing Europa Conference League. Don't get me wrong, if we're in it, we might as well go out there to win it. But you know, I'd rather rebuild without us in there. I know you're going to lose £500 to DB, but he could probably buy something.
I can't pay him the money. It'd be horrific.
You know, Adam makes good points, though. I think in terms of
no, he doesn't. Not about me paying you.
No, but the whole Man United in the Europa Conference.
I can't do that.
If you want to rebuild and all that, you maybe need to just straight run at it.
I totally agree. Yeah. Kieran's up next. Hi, Kieran.
How you doing, Andy? How you doing, Darren? You okay?
Hi there, boss. You all right?
Yeah, all good, lads. No, I just wanted to say I think it's come to the last straw with Ten Hag now. I think if you've looked at if you've looked religiously at the last 10 games of United, and I think Jamie Carragher did a piece on this in terms of, as a manager, he's not sorting out the tactics in regards to the space from the midfield and the defence. That's been there all season. If you're a good manager, you sort that out with an instance, and you can see that. And things like, for instance, the last caller said, give him another 2-3 years. I think that's absolutely nonsense. Just if you are a good manager, you adapt to situations. If the going gets tough, you show a bit of charisma. For instance, hitting back out at the media. I mean, calling it back out on them. He's just got to accept the fact that Coventry turned it around, and that should not happen to Man United. That really shouldn't. They're 3-0 up.
What will the score be tonight?
Oh, Andy, I'm actually really worried. I was listening to you. I honestly, before, if you had told me I don't know, maybe last season, I would have thought, 4-5-0. I'm actually worried that we just draw, let alone have a loss.
Would you take 1-0 penalty 94 minutes?
At the moment, I'd take anything.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely take anything. Yeah. And just going on the Rashford thing. I mean, if you look at him from when he first broke into the team compared to now, it's chalk and cheese. Like for instance, he went off on Sunday holding like an injury and things like that. If you're a diehard Man United, you've come through the academy, you want to stay on that pitch. I'll give you an example. Scott McTominay, don't get me wrong, he never gets on the pitch. No. But I tell you what...
Do you know what, Kieran? He is definitely one of those Scott McTominay, right? That he always seems to be... He always stands up to be counted. He's got a big goal again in the final. But I do wonder if Rashford's still carrying a knock. I know he had the shoulder problem, which he had surgery on, didn't he? So I wonder if he is still carrying a knock. We
shall see that game, of course, live commentary on talkSPORT 2.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.